Good morning, dear angels. Welcome back to your English class. How are you? I hope you all are fit and fine and you are doing well at your home. Are you excited to learn something new? But before that, let me introduce you to one of my friends, and her name is Sheena. Do you know, children? Sheena loves her mummy a lot. And now she is talking to someone on the phone. Let's find out what she is doing. Are you curious to know? Okay, let's find out. She is planning for her mother's birthday. Oh my God! It's her mommy's birthday next week, so she is making plans for that with her friend. Are you excited? So am I. Let's find out what has she planned for her mother's birthday. Do you want to know? Let's move ahead. Firstly, she'll go to the market. Let's find out what she'll do there in the market. She'll buy balloons and gifts for her. Children, do you love to buy gifts for your mother? I love to buy. Yes, I feel great when I buy gifts for someone else. Then she'll wish happy birthday to her. She has decided that she will dance, sing and enjoy a lot on that day. Oh, and her father, he'll sing a song for everyone. Dear children, they'll go to a beautiful hill station after lockdown and they'll visit their grandparents also. Oh, I'm so excited! Let's find out what Sheena had planned. So, Sheena will go to the market. She will buy a gift for her mother. She will wish her happy birthday. She will enjoy a lot on that day. Her father will sing a song. They'll go to some hill station after lockdown. They'll visit the grandparents too. Students, have you noticed one thing? The red highlighted words like will go, will buy, will wish, will enjoy, will sing, will go, will visit. These all denote they are about to happen in near future. This will word shows that the actions will happen soon. They have not started yet. So, all these sentences are in simple future tense. So, children, today we are going to learn more about simple future tense. That means where we can use simple future tense and what are the rules to be kept in mind while writing such sentences. But before that, first of all, let's learn where we can use simple future tense. First of all, we use simple future tense when we talk about actions that will occur in future but are going to happen in near future or are going to happen soon. The sun will rise at 6 a.m. tomorrow. That means sun has not risen yet. We are talking about the timings of tomorrow. Fine? So that's why we have used the word will rise. Next, I shall go to market tomorrow. Action is going to happen tomorrow, so I shall. Children, remember, we always use shall helping verb when the subject is I, and with the rest of the subject we use will. This is the thing that you have to keep in mind. For example, the sun, we have used will, but with I, we have used shall. We always use simple future tense when we promise something or we offer some promises like we shall serve our country. We shall serve our country whatever may come. We are not going to step backward. We shall always serve our. That is the promise. So we have used simple future tense, and when we have to offer something like I shall help you in making project, here I am offering my help, so I have used simple future tense. Next type of sentences where we use simple future tense are conditional sentences. Conditional sentences means when we talk about conditions, for example, if it doesn't rain, we will go to the park. Now, the condition is if it doesn't rain, and the result is we will go to the park. Now, the resultant sentence is always written in simple future tense. Remember this thing. Let's move to the next example. Condition is if they reach early, and the resultant clause is they will get time to rest. Remember, whenever you have conditions, you use simple future tense in the resultant clause. Resultant clause means what will be the result. They will take time to rest. This is the resultant clause, and here we have used simple future tense. Fine. Now let's learn about the sentence structure of simple future tense. What's the sentence structure? Subject. With subject we add will or shall plus first form of verb and then the object. Let's find out with the examples. First example is Rohan will go out to play. Now here Rohan is the subject. It's not I, so we have used will helping verb, and go is your base form. So we have added go and then out to play. Let's move to the next sentence. I shall go out to play. Now here the subject is I, so I have used the helping verb shall. I have already told you whenever the subject is I, we always use shall helping verb. Shall go out to play. But sometimes you must have seen that at some places with I you find will, and with other subjects you find shall. Let's learn more about will versus shall. That means let's learn more where to use will and where to use shall. My dear students, when it comes to expressing a strong determination, means strongly, if you want to say something very strongly, then the roles are reversed. That means roles are reversed means will is used with the first person. We always use will with I and shall with the rest of the subjects. Shall with the second or third person. Now let's learn more with the help of examples. For example, I will not tolerate such behavior. That means here will is showing that it is my strong determination. I am stern on this, that whatever may be the reason, but such behavior will not be tolerated by me. Not at any cost. I am strongly speaking this. Or you can say, you shall go to the ball. That means I am suggesting that you will miss something if you will not go. So I am giving stress. I am laying stress that you must go to the ball. That's why we have used shall. But let me tell you one thing, my dear students. If you will use will helping verb everywhere, that will also be correct in your exams. If you get confused, kindly ignore this. Will versus shall I have explained you just for your knowledge. But in exams, if you get confused, you can ignore this part completely. It doesn't matter. Now let's try exercise regarding simple future tense. Fill in the blanks using given verbs in simple future tense. First sentence, John fly to Paris next month. Now children, John is your subject, third person. So we will add will fly. Will is your helping verb and fly is your base form. Second sentence, we dash out to play. What can come here? We shall go. Very good. Because I and we use shall, or you can write will also. That will be absolutely correct. If you will write we will go out to play, that will be absolutely correct. There will be no doubt in that. Third sentence, my mother dash a cake tomorrow. What she will do? She will bake. Yes. will bake. Wonderful. Let's move to the next sentence. My sister dash a new bicycle next Monday. My sister will buy. Very simple. I dash try to solve all the sums. Here you can write I shall try or you can write I will try. Both are correct. I don't think they are difficult. It is the simplest tense in English language. I hope everything is clear. Take care. Stay safe. Bye bye.